It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Dolphins and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 80 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Boston Scott. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 82 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Harris. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hurts. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And a completion to Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
At the 16-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2nd down and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Miami set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Able to fight through one tackle. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throw.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Burrow. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Caught. It's Wilson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? He's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts
over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught, Smith.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. Hurts goes right back to Smith again.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Kirk Cousins, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year.
And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our friend Alan Roach can't wait for this one. The Niners and Vikings from Minnesota at 8:15 Eastern Time. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. And Burrow going to throw again.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And jump. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said...
And Goddard's got it! Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and thrown towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On second down, this is Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Burrow on play action. He'll get this one complete to Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Harris running straight ahead, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Burrow. Open man downfield is Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and battle with third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sam Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Hurts. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. There's some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 37-yard line.
This will be caught once again by Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Hurts. That one too wide and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 73 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And on the left side here, Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jalen Carter in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, here's Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So the Dolphins now down by 7. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw, Burrow.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing, Burrow.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Here's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. That's complete to Davis. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Out to the right here to Wilson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. On their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Burrow. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Burrow. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
And another one to the total of Josh Sweat, who surprised many with a Pro Bowl season in 2021, but he certainly earned it. A career-high 11 sacks.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken at about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
This is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, but everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. it turns out. A two-play drive resulting in the field goal.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Eagles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Miami, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.